Hey guys, Alex here, AG Automotive. And here today we've got the 2023 Ford Ranger XL, and this is the bi-turbo with the 4x4. All right, let's have a look. Alright, before we get into the video, just do a shout out to Booths Ford at West Gosford, who were nice enough to let me have a look at this today, and I'll leave their contact details down below. And if you are in the market for a Ranger or any of the Ford range, please let them know that Alex from AG Automotive sent you, and they will look after you. Alright, so at the front here, being the XL, the cheapest one, you do have the big Ford badge. You've got the black grille there, and you've got your halogen lights there as well. You actually don't get any parking sensors or fog lights or anything like that. So what are your thoughts on the XL Ranger? Have you got the older one? Have you got one of these on order? Let me know in the comments. So the wheels on the XL Ranger are 17-inch wheels, and they're steel wheels, and they're wrapped in Bridgestone jewelers for some light off-roading. Now you do have the bi-turbo badge to tell everyone that you do have the bigger engine. So we'll come around to the tray. Now this is the heavier duty tray, as you can see by the thicker pillar there and the mesh, and it's very easy to undo. I'll just show you this. And that side folds down for easy loading and unloading. Okay, now at the back here, you've got your tail lights there. You have got the spare wheel underneath. Now this XL will tow 3.5 tons, which is incredible for a small single cab ute. And in the tray here, it can actually hold 1,327 kilos is the payload for the back. Alright, let's go and have a look inside. Alright, just inside the XL Ranger. First impressions is very hard plasticky everywhere, all over the dash, the center console, even the center armrest as well. You do get some slightly nicer leather bits just on the door there, and some nice design, but other than that, it's pretty much hard plasticky. And there's some sort of grey trim pieces that Ford have placed there to sort of break up the black, which isn't too bad, and you get the cloth trim seats as well. So, to the right of the steering wheel, you do have your headlight controls there, and then the steering wheel itself, again, very basic. You've got your menu controls on the right and your cruise control buttons on the left, and there is some menu controls under each of them. So behind that, you do have your indicator stalk on the right and your wiper stalk on the left. So we'll come to the dash. Now the dash looks quite basic, and I think that's a good thing. You don't want to contaminate it with millions and millions of bits and pieces. So it's nice, you just got the digital speedo on the screen. You've got your safety tech below that, and then you've got the hot and cold to the left and the fuel to the right, and then underneath that you've got your range till empty and what gear you're in and how many kilometers and the temperature. So it's sort of nice and basic, which is good. Now if I go through the menu there, you've got My View, trip, fuel, off-road, towing, audio, phone settings and vehicle maintenance, depending on which view you'd like. Now we'll come over to the media center. Now again, it's pretty basic, but it's all you need. So you do have radio, you've got AM, FM and digital radio stations. You've got phone connectivity via Apple CarPlay, Android Auto or Bluetooth. You do have media from a Bluetooth device, and you've got the owner's manual you can actually look up in there, which is actually a really good thing if you're not too sure about something, you're out and about, and you can go through the screen should you wish. And then it's got this games thing, which is Sketch, it's called, so we won't get into that today. So below that you do have your single zone climate control, and a lot of it's touch screen there, and you've also below that you've got some knobs and buttons for the air conditioning as well. So under that you do have USB slots there, 2 of them, and some storage space. And then behind that you've got some buttons for traction control, rear diff lock and hill descent control. And next to that you do have your 4-wheel drive selector, 2 high, 4 high and 4 low. And then we'll come to the gear selector, PRND and manual mode. And on the side there you have the plus and minus buttons to change gear should you wish. You do have twin cup holders behind there and a proper handbrake, which is good to see. Now the center armrest, again, very hard plasticky, but if I open that up, you do have a 12-volt plug and you do have plenty of storage. And we'll come over to the glove box. Now, glove box is okay. I think they could have made it bigger, personally, but it's enough to fit the service books and maybe an iPad or a little bit extra, maybe some lollies or something. And then if you do need some extra space for your phone or whatnot, there is a little bit of space up further, along with these grey trim pieces around the dashboard. I think it just breaks up the black. I think it doesn't look too bad myself. Alright, let's have a look under the bonnet. Alright, just under the bonnet of the XL Ranger. So here we have a 2-litre bi-turbo 4-cylinder diesel engine, and it produces 154 kilowatts of power and 500 newton meters of torque. And that's mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission, driving predominantly the rear wheels. Now Ford claims the XL Ranger uses 7.6 litres per 100 kilometres, which I think is pretty good. Alright, let's go for a drive. Alright, just going to go for a drive in the XL Ranger, so let's go. So vision at the front is really good, both sides. Rear vision's pretty good. You do have that grate at the back there protecting you, but other than that, vision's pretty good. Vision at the side, again, big windows on the side there, both sides, and the mirrors are huge and do a really good job. So driving the Ranger around town, it is a little bit bumpy, being the XL. Now if you put a bit of weight in the back, that'll sort of all change. But it still rides reasonably good, and it's obviously the 4-wheel drive one, so it sits a bit higher. So going up the hill, the 500 newton meters of torque is just effortless. Now I'm pretty happy that Ford have decided to put the 2-litre bi-turbo into the single cab. Sort of makes it a lot more worthwhile being a workhorse every day and having that power and torque on tap, and obviously carrying like 1,300 kilos and towing 3.5 ton. Alright, so let's see what the acceleration's like out of the XL Ranger. Yeah, and I'm very impressed with that, putting the bigger engine into the lighter cab chassis. It goes very well. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you like the video, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Alright, thanks guys.